giving up so easy, why don't you give another try? Find that southern train and take it for another ride. And don't care where you go, where you find
exhausting, but fun.
Oh god. Does that count?
Really hard. I don't know, really hard.
Overwhelming and enlightening.
Crazy ride.
Facepalm.
the edge and head first for another time.
Oh wow, they're real. I mean, you just spend a lot of time thinking about having students in your room, and then for the first time you do, and it's nerve-wracking and terrifying, and you sit there feeling like they're judging you, but at the same time too, it's amazing because they're actually real.
I was terrified. I was just terrified. I couldn't believe that I had like 30 kids in my classroom, and I was like, oh god, I don't know what to do.
Holy shit, I am a teacher. It was really weird to write my name as Mr. Yee, not Toby, and to be in front of like 40 students at 8 in the morning. It was a complete 180 from college.
I think I had two. One, wait, how do you pronounce your name? And then the second was, I am not ready for this.
I was really angry because they were walking toward me and they said, she looks like a student. And I was like, no! Because I was wearing like a suit. Try to not look like a student.
Oh shit, they're here. You prep your classroom, you prep your lessons, you're stayed up all night the night before going over my lessons, trying to internalize things, having questions that I really didn't have answers to, and just thinking to myself, this is really happening.
It was during my demo lesson, and I had like all these posters made, and I was doing my demo lesson, and it was like 500 degrees in the room, and the posters kept falling, and I was like a mess, and the kids were laughing at me, and a student like raised their hand and asked a ridiculous question like, are you hot? Is it hot in here? And I was obviously visually sweating, so that was great.
I can't even remember. It was just a blur. I feel like there have been so many embarrassing moments throughout the entire year.
I can't think of anything embarrassing. It's just hard. It's hard.
I would have to say the multiple times that I tripped, trying to be smooth walking in and out of desks and tripping over backpacks and feet and bumping into desks from behind, and every time somebody was watching.
So for the first week of school, I kept forgetting to get their lunch count in every day. And the kids would get to lunch and be like, what are we eating? Oh my God, Miss West, you didn't, oh my God. And they would freak out and just like, oh my goodness. So I ended up having to buy the class pizza because I felt so bad because they were like falling out crying because they didn't have their lunch. And so like the end of the week, I bought them pizza the first week of school because I felt so bad, which was now, in retrospect, a huge mistake because I should have told them, this is a moment where you suck it up and you get over it.
I think the only thing I can think of is mispronouncing names, like really, like it's true, really mispronouncing some names. Yep.
and them saying it like, why didn't you know? And you're
And
like,
getting like the attitude.
J
It's
in it.
Electricia.
Like what?
Yep.
We are at the start.
Remember to breathe, and remember that no matter what, like, you're gonna get through the day. The day will come to an end, and you're gonna start over the next day, and you're gonna be fine. Breathe.
Their kids, like, when they come into my, like I teach 11th grade, so when they come into my room, like they're all taller than me and bigger, and it's easy to get intimidated, especially because they know the school and everything, but they're still kids, like you can still have fun. So, people who, like, you're still their teacher, they're still gonna look up to you.
I would just say be confident and be prepared, and don't let the little things slide on the first day because you can't get them back.
Have high expectations for your students. Make sure that you are authentic in yourself. Know who you want to be in front of your students. Take the opportunity to get to know your students, and always know that no matter what impression that you have of your students or what you give to your students is always like valuable, and you can always change it. And it's just your first opportunity to really set the bar for your kids.
I would say be confident, be prepared, Nothing's ever gonna be great.
Breathe, and be relentless on your expectations. Know exactly what your expectations are and relentlessly enforce them.
That it's okay to laugh at yourself and to smile. One of the worst pieces of advice I think that somebody gave me was don't smile until Christmas. I learned really quickly that that's actually not the way to be.
Take a deep breath, take a step back, relax. They're human. They're not there to hurt you. They're there just to learn, and you're there for them, and that's what really matters.
Places we'll go.